though is jumping up about 1.5%. But let's see what the normal trading actually kicks up at us. The market rates then this Monday morning, it is indeed a quiet start. We're holding on to 11,900. However, today, of course, you've got Kotak Bank, which is going to be reporting its numbers, and a clutch of mid-caps, which are going to be in focus on account of their numbers. So that's going to be key. Tech Mahindra. The numbers were in line, but there was some disappointment in terms of the dividend. The street, it seems, was eyeing a higher one. So let's see how that also reacts in a trade today. In the meantime, Tata Motors as well is going to be delivering its numbers. So that's going to be another one to really focus in on. There on your screens, IndusInd Bank holds up a jump of 2.5%. Nestle holding up smartly. L&T is looking good. You've got Shree Cement, ONGC, Cipla. ICICI Bank, though, has started off extremely quiet. And then, of course, I want to see what metals are up to and whether they are the ones which are seeing traction build in or continue from last week or not. Remember, this was a big sectoral winner. So let's revisit the likes of the Tata Steel as well as JSW and Jindal, because these were the winners in trade all of last week. And then, of course, I want to see what Kotak Bank also is up to. While sure enough, you've got a smart print when it comes to IndusInd Bank, which has started off on a very strong note. But let's see whether there is any enthusiasm on Kotak Bank ahead of its numbers. And then, of course, Airtel as well ahead of its numbers tomorrow. That also is going to be key. Let's bring that one as well up for you on your screens. So it's okay. It's a tempered start. The one trend which has continued from last week is that the broader market outperformance is here to stay. After a near about 4% move on the mid and the small cap indexes last week, today as well, it's a strong start there.
It's not a bad start. It's not a bad start. I want to go back to Nestle, where numbers have not been bad. I mean, the Nestle stock fell because the global parent had a bit of a challenge. They were not very excited about growth. But Nestle Global and Nestle India, completely different kettle of fish, both in terms of performance, P multiples, and the market positioning. There's nothing in the market which could be called as a high flyer. IndusInd Bank, they're denying it that they're even talking to Kotak Mahindra Bank. If it goes through, it'll be a very difficult merger to really imagine, because you're trying to merge two different banks, which two different identities, two different books, two different valuations. But things have happened in the past, so I'm not going to say it cannot, never say never in the market. But for the moment, the news is a wire agency last evening reported this buzz that the Hindujas and the Kotaks are in talk to each other for merger of Kotak Mahindra Bank and IndusInd Bank in a share swap deal. IndusInd Bank this morning, before the market opens, has denied it. But the stock is telling you a different story, which is up 3.5% right now. Nothing in the F&O space could be called as a great mover. The mild correction in IT continues, and little bit of uptick I think is there in cement. After Ultratech dispatch numbers and what we've heard from other cement companies, cement is in a commanding position. Ultratech has reduced debt of nearly 4,500 crore. And that's another thing which I just want to bring out, that a lot of companies are looking at deleveraging their balance sheets, and they're using the good work they've done in COVID in terms of cost cutting to really reduce the load or reduce the debt from their balance sheet. Pratik Agrawal joins us, represents ASK Wealth Managers. Pratik, good morning. Thank you for joining us.